Social media ruined my life, and honestly, I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. And please ignore my dog in the background if she starts barking, because I'm not going to edit this. I'm just going to upload it the clean version so you can really see like my feeling and like my side towards social media and how it affected my life. And I think that it affected a lot of people's lives. Like, a lot of people joined social media when they were very young, from my generation of Gen Z. And social media, I think, is just really toxic as someone who has honestly like a lot of trauma from social media and just the internet in general. Like, I was watching things I shouldn't have at a very young age, around maybe 7 or 8. I was watching things of people going through things they shouldn't, or I don't want to go too into detail because I don't want this to get taken down. But I'm sure you know of all the anime or cartoons that were just should have been censored, but they weren't. And for me, that was the start of my social media addiction, because I lived in a house that was going through a rough patch for a good few years, and I didn't feel happy at home, nor did I feel happy in school. So my escape was to go to social media, and it became my vulnerable place of where I could be myself and I could talk online, I could post. And then it was all great until you start receiving hate, or you start receiving videos on your For You page that are just really demotivating and they really make you feel like absolute crap, to be honest. And yeah, and that went on for years. I kept trying to upload, would go off for ages because I'd be unmotivated. And social media, like, for me, and I'm sure a lot of people, it really drains you. And honestly, it's not too far-fetched to say social media ruined my life. The way I look at things, the way I like things in general, like the way I look at life, the way I look at myself, the way I look at others, the way I like perceive even money, or even what I want my future to be like. A lot of where I want to be when I'm older is because of social media, because I feel like I'm behind all the time, and I feel like that I'm incompetent, and I feel like that I don't know, that I'm quite, I'm sure a lot of people get this. You just feel like you're useless to the community. Like, you're just kind of sitting there watching people's lives while your own goes past. And then you just feel like, oh, what the hell am I doing? Like, I'm watching all these people. Why can't I be like them? Why were they chosen? Why wasn't I? And then you're sitting there in this bubble of not taking any action, not sometimes not really speaking to much people, and you're just absorbed. And then for me, as someone who had depression and a few other things, it was the worst cycle for me ever. Ruined my sleep, ruined my mental health, ruined like even like my communication with people. Like, I labeled myself as not an introvert, but I labeled it myself. I labeled myself as someone who doesn't like to talk to people or doesn't like to communicate, which is the complete opposite of who I am. But social media just consumed me so much to the point that I felt that way, because all my energy was going into scrolling, commenting, looking at other videos, all that, and I really, and I know, I understand that the social media apps, that is the kind of the whole point of them. That's how they make their money, and that's how they operate, and I respect that. But as someone who grew up on it, I really regret having like unsupervised internet access, because oh my god, genuinely ruined my life. And if you relate, drop your stories down in the comments. And I just wanted this to be a short video because I'm overcoming my social media addiction, and I've deleted Instagram, TikTok, a few others that I had that were kind of like, messaging apps or friend apps, or all over the spectrum. But yeah, I encourage you not even just to don't delete. Probably you shouldn't be like me and go cold turkey on all the apps like I did even on YouTube. I was gone for what, 2 weeks now, over 2 weeks. I suggest that even putting a time limit on, or every 15-20 minutes you're on it, just go, wait, just try to absorb the last whatever 20 videos you've scrolled through and say, do I actually remember the last 20 videos that I have just scrolled through? Because chances are you won't. So it's good to take a break and even journal, or go for a short walk and then come back and then see how you feel. Maybe you might feel like doing something else, and not just putting all your energy into scrolling or watching videos for the whole entire day. But thank you for listening, and I hope you have a nice day, and I hope you can, if you have a social media addiction, I hope you can overcome it too, just as I am trying my best to do. Thank you.